Are you trying to transition from PowerShell ISE to Visual Studio Code but feeling stuck? You're not alone. Today we're going to explore how to replicate the psise's functionality in VS Code, specifically for discovering the file name of the active file in the editor. I totally get it. Migrating to a new tool can be challenging, especially when you're used to certain features. Many users have faced similar hurdles when moving from ISE to VS Code, particularly when it comes to signing scripts. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked how to replicate the psise.currentFile.fullPath functionality in Visual Studio Code. They want to easily sign the currently opened file without typing the full path every time. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So, what's the issue here? In PowerShell ISE, you have the convenience of accessing the current file's full path directly. However, in Visual Studio Code, this functionality isn't as straightforward. But don't worry, we'll find a way around it. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a solution that will make your PowerShell scripting in VS Code much smoother. To replicate the functionality of the psise variable in Visual Studio Code, the user should first ensure they have the PowerShell extension installed. This extension provides essential features for PowerShell scripting. Next, the user can access the active file's path using the built-in variable called path in the PowerShell extension. This allows them to retrieve the full path of the currently open file. After obtaining the active file's path, the user can create a custom function similar to their existing one in ISE. This function will utilize the path to sign the script without needing to type it manually. Finally, the user can test their new function in the PowerShell terminal within Visual Studio Code. This will allow them to sign the script seamlessly, just like they did in the ISE. Fun fact: Visual Studio Code is one of the most popular code editors today, and it's constantly evolving. So if you ever feel lost, remember that the community is always there to help. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user suggests a method to find the active file path in Visual Studio Code. They provide a script that checks if the script is running from an external file, the ISE or VS Code, and retrieves the current file's path accordingly. Here's a pro tip. Consider creating a snippet in VS Code for your signing function. This way, you can quickly access it without typing it out every time. And there you have it. You can now easily replicate the psise's functionality in Visual Studio Code. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.